This is Jen's home in Honduras. These pictures were taken before October 16th, 2016. This is the house that she actually purchased in Honduras, and she has now moved into it. These pictures here are how the house looked when the previous owner lived there. That was the shower. That was the only source of water in the house. Storage. That was the kitchen. As you can see, it wasn't a whole lot. That is out to the rear patio. There are quite a few of these pictures. That is another shot of the living room. You have the front door coming in one side of the room, and that's the door going out the back. As you can see, they have a hammock out on the back patio. That's the dining area. That's the shot all the way across the great room, as it's called. There is, that is the house exterior as it looked when it was purchased. These are pictures of the yard. That's the front of the house and the previous owner. As you can see, it's now those trees, avocado trees. That's her view from the front of the house, and her neighbors across the road, the side yard. She has coconut trees, avocado trees. She has an orange tree. It's a small piece of property, but she could live off the avocados. I think she said she had 8 avocados. That's the back porch or patio. Uh, that's the view across the road to her neighbors. That's the view from her back patio. It's gorgeous in the morning. She's since had some of those branches trimmed so that she can see what's going on and has a better view. That is the home of the future septic tank. There again, the back patio. This, now you can see, this is after Jim purchased the house and began working on it. They've cleaned up the exterior quite a bit, getting it ready to paint. Uh, that's the front of the house and the front door. There's only one window in the front of the house. That is the bedroom. That is the main room and the front door. They had to replace part of the roof, as you can see there. They have since installed a sink and a toilet. They now have running water in the house, although it's only cold water. That's the view after they've started cleaning up the outside. Here you'll see work where they're working on the inside. As you know, South America tends to go for some bright colors. Well, not in her bedroom particularly. But on the outside of the house, yes. That is what it looks like. That's the color she chose for the exterior. I like it. It's bright, cheerful. Those are steps coming down into the front. That is the color that was chosen for the main room. They've completely rewired the inside. Now, these are all people from her church that came down in February when she went moved there permanently. There is the custom bed that they built for her so that she's got lots of space to store stuff. That is Oli. It's spelled, his name is Olaf, spelled Ollie, but pronounced Oli, not Ollie. There's the bed with the mattress. That's the kitchen corner. What's going to be kitchen corner. A sink will go into the actual corner right there, but that's her new stove. And the new shower. Some people, not people, but local wildlife watching the restoration going on. And here they decided that that white hair should be blue, and that was the beginning of. And that's with the windows cleaned up and everything. She's really and her crew are doing a fantastic job. There's where they rewired the entire house. Funny story about her electrical bill. She came home one day and her electrical bill was tied to the gate. There is no postal service up where she is. Uh, she has to rent a mailbox in town if she wants. That's more people from her church. They did a really fantastic job. There were 8 of them that went down. There they are resting after a day's work. They make 2 trips a year. There's a bed assembled, and there is a step stool that they made to be able to get up into it. Her flower curtain, shower flower curtain, she calls it. There it is with the branches trimmed back some so you can get a better shot of the view from her back porch. Eventually, she plans to have some livestock. I know she wants to get chickens. Uh, she's got a dog. She hasn't moved him onto the property yet. Here is the ceremony where they welcomed her when she finally moved down there permanently. She's cutting her welcome cake. That is my niece Jennifer. I am so proud of her. And that's part of her adopted Honduran family. They've sort of taken her as their own. There, all the time somebody's cooking or dropping a dish off for her. They come and walk her to church so she doesn't have to walk to church alone. It's just a great bunch of people down there. And of course, lots of kids, and Jennifer's one of their favorites. They've stopped by to visit all the time. That's Jennifer and the crew from her church when they went down in February to start this. That's Jennifer, the redhead, and 2 of her friends from church. That's Jennifer's bad Jennifer, good Jennifer in the middle, and Patty on the right. That's the view from her bedroom window. But those windows are going to be replaced. The back patio with laundry on the line. And speaking of laundry, now that fence is, the back property is not hers, so those are not her cattle. But they wanted to buy. She gets a visit from the local wildlife, as you'll see later on during this thing. That was one morning. This was another morning. To have your bacon delivered right to your back door is just, and she had to give them a cut. Now this is in her bedroom. She's hung some of her art. The art over her bed, all that Jennifer did herself, except for the Starry Night. The Starry Night, she had to leave here because it wouldn't put more of the local wildlife visiting her. That's her having her cup of coffee in the morning from her rear deck and her view. More of the local wildlife that visit. And she particularly liked the coloring on this one. And the bright yellow-breasted something or other. We don't know what it is, but it sure is cheerful looking. And also wildlife she's not particularly fond about. They tend to drop in every once in a while, and this little fella just showed up one day unannounced, living down there. Here they are making, I forget where they're making tamales or something, but Jennifer said it was a ton of fun. That's Jennifer's food storage, dry food storage, her new sink, and they will be connecting that up with running water and everything. Avocados are forming on her trees, all 8 of them. And there's the sink fully installed, using it for the first time. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups. There's Jennifer relaxing after a hard day of dishwashing. And that's the completed kitchen, except for one more work table will be going in. That is what they finished with. Now that fence, that will be replaced. There, the gate will be replaced. You're going to be quite surprised. There's the new work table. So that's Jennifer's complete kitchen. Completely serviceable. Rain. She says on that metal roof, it is deafening. That's the road up to her house. That is a steep climb. And that's her front embankment. This is the beginning of the laundry. And I don't know whether it's pronounced Pilla or Pilla. P-I-L-L-A is what they call it. And when it gets finished, it will have a scrub board on one side and clean water on the other. That is a screen that they throw the sand through to get the sand to make the cement. There's the bottom of the future laundry. That's one of the side yards. That's the ditch that they're building for the fence that will surround the property so that they can put the footings in. That's some of the fence making material, boulders and cement. Now you see they've smoothed it up some. But the pillar, it's got like a scrub board on one side, more trench work for the fence, and it's got a huge container. The other side just has clear water, and you never put anything in the clean water side except a dishpan to dip stuff out to pour over onto the scrub side. You never put anything in that clean water. There's the finished product. You dip water with the bowl out of there, pour it into the little scrubby thing, scrub your clothes on it, you rinse them there. Now those are rebar things on the roof to be set into those ditches that you're building. Those are for the fence posts. This is what it looked like before they actually put the final smooth coating of the cement on. There's your scrub side, and you see the water on the left-hand side, and you see the drain in the back of the scrub bag. It just runs down and out. More of the fence work being done. They're going to fence the entire property, and it is going to be a big fence. I was thinking, like 4-foot chain link, but notice the height of the rebars. It's a substantial fence. I think it's marvelous. And apparently this is how they do all the fences in Honduras and South America too. There's some with some cement and the boulders in it to hold it steady and everything. And yet more fencing. And now you see they've got the cement in. Now they use concrete blocks for the bottom of the fencing. And they have openings within those concrete blocks to put the fence posts that aren't going to be the actual gate posts for the gate to the driveway and the gate to the fence. Those are going to be tall cement pillars, as you'll see shortly. Okay. There. That's more gate. See how they've left the gate open so they can string the chain link? And that's the gate that will be up to the driveway. Those are the pilings. There's, you see that scorpions are a thing you have to watch for. Jen's already nailed 5 of them, as you can see. And there are the gate posts with the pilings off. And this is where the front gate will hang. When they were doing this, Jen got a surprise. She didn't know they were going to be quite that. And then, after they got that done, lo and behold, they went and from the gate to the front steps, they did a cement sidewalk. She wasn't expecting that. That's how they do things. They're constantly surprising her. That's the track that the driveway gate will roll up on to make it easy to open and close. They pretty much got all the fencing up now around the property. That is looking down the driveway out to the road and her neighbors across to her. Those were the toilet facilities before they installed the inside. Now there's the chain link actually up. You notice they filled in the spaces where the bars are to string the fence. And that's looking down the front yard, across the front yard. There's the front. Now you'll notice a huge change between that and what the thing originally looked like on the front. But wait till you see it with the gates on. You're not going to believe. That's detail of the fencing. That's the back fence. More indigenous wildlife that visited that Jennifer didn't particularly care for. That's where the future parking pad will go, looking down the drive to the road. Future storage space will be built along that wall outside, and they'll put up a retaining wall there so that they can level the patio and re-pour the patio, make it smoother and fix that up. And there are the gates from the inside. They had these made to go up. And that's the driveway gate. As you can see, it rolls up on that ramp. It makes it real easy to open and close. That is the compound as it looks now. A vast improvement over what it looked like when she went down. And the main gate into the property. And those are the driveway gates. All in all, she's done a grand job of it. She did it all on her own. It took a while. Well, not all on her own. Those of you who helped with her GoFundMe page, this is what your donations helped accomplish. And those are the new windows that she's just replaced those vertical slats with these new windows. That's out her bedroom windows to the house across the street. That's her bedroom out to the back.